All right, boy, what a day. The Dow rebounding from that 780-point drop today, ending down just 79 points at the end of the session. Certainly well off the lows. You had that report that came out that Melissa was talking about from the Wall Street Journal, saying that the Fed is considering a more cautious approach to rate hikes. Certainly seemed to help the market at the end. So you also have trade concerns in there, and as those remain at the top of mind for investors, one company that has benefited from the president's approach on trade is the one we've been visiting today. And here now, at a Fox Business exclusive interview, is David Verret. He's the U.S. Steel CEO. Thank you, sir, first of all, for having us into your plant today. We appreciate that.
It's great to be here. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, we've really learned a lot about businesses that we cover, I think, by coming and visiting. And one of the things about your business that I've learned is that, boy, these tariffs and this approach on trade from the current administration has been important. How important? Can you quantify it?
Oh, these are very important. You know, it's taken this courageous president with a lot of support from a lot of people to do the right thing, get us a level playing field so that we can have fairer trade, and it's really been a big plus for us.
He talks so much about it. In fact, I'm going to play a soundbite for our audience. We'll come back and talk about it in a moment from President Trump. One of many. He's mentioned your company, mentions the industry all the time. Here's the president early November, right before the midterms. Take a listen.
Our steel industry is now thriving and getting better every single day, and it's jobs, and it's that money pouring into our coffers. It's beautiful.
Now, David, what he said there was, it's beautiful, and it's jobs, and it's money pouring into our country. That's my question for you. I know you've been making more money. That's great. How many people have you hired since the tariffs went into place? And more importantly, how many people do you plan to hire, say, next year?
Well, that event that you just saw there was at Granite City, where we opened up a couple of blast furnaces, and we were delighted to have the president be there to demonstrate that we had 800 jobs there that were added. I think you've heard that we've hired some 400 people here this year.
Right.
But for us, the key issue is really around national security. That's why this thing is so important. But you can see across the whole country the number of blue-collar jobs that have increased. I think it's the best blue-collar
next year. Will you hire more people next year?
We're hiring all the time.
Because I actually saw a help wanted sign on my way in here. I said that must be a pretty good sign.
Yes, we're looking for opportunities where we can serve our customers better, and we're going to make sure we have the right people at the right time to get the job done.
And one of the reasons I kind of ask you or press you on that is because I wonder whether the situation, this is what we were talking about in the last part of our show before we came to you, the situation with tariffs is temporary or permanent. In other words, there's a theory out there that the president's using these tariffs as a negotiating tactic. They might go away. What happens if they do?
Well, we don't see it as a negotiating tactic. We actually see these tariffs as being enduring for the foreseeable future.
Okay.
Simply look at what the results have been with this president. He's getting a lot of things right here. Certainly for steel, it's a very good thing. And if you look at the economy, it's obviously a great thing for the economy. When you look at the unemployment rate, less than 4%, continues at a low level. You actually look at the productivity numbers that are coming through, and you can't help but feel great about what's happened. Deregulation, tax reform, there's a lot of things that have happened.
Yeah, that's been terrific this year. Has he personally assured you that it will continue? You talked to President Trump about this.
The president can't give anybody assurances.
No, not about the economy, but about the trade policy. Has he assured you that these tariffs will stay in place?
I don't believe the president could give anybody assurances on anything, but we believe this president will not blink. We are confident that he will continue to do this until we get to fair trade. It's not so much about tariffs. It could be quotas. It could be a combination of things.
Okay.
He is doing the tough things to get people to the table to have a conversation. A little bit of carrot, a little bit of stick. Eventually, people will come around. We've been in a trade war in steel for 30 years.
Right.
We're finally getting a conversation. We're here with you now. People are listening. They understand that this is vital to the security of the United States.
No, I get it. Your argument is essentially not that, hey, we're going into a trade war. It's that you've been on the losing end of one, and you needed to level the playing field. I totally get that. Now, on the other side of it, and I'm sure you've heard this before, the end users, the companies that are buying the steel that is made here, they say, hey, listen, I'm paying more now. I have to pass along those costs to my consumers or eat it and have a lower profit margin. And as a result, we get down the line, all of that kind of thing could slow economic growth.
Well, certainly we appreciate that the prices to our customers have gone up. We understand that. But if you look at the total increase in that price, it's really not substantial. For an automobile, for example, the average cost of a car, $30,000. The steel in that is around $1,000. It's not a big number. And even though prices have gone up now, do you remember anybody complaining about the prices in 2015 when they dropped 40%? Did you hear anybody say, well, let's have the prices of to the consumers go down? I don't think so.
Right.
So this is an ebb and flow. You have to get your head around. This is vital to national security. If you don't have steel, you don't have a country. You can't have good manufacturing. If you want to outsource these jobs and let people take away our economy, you're not going to have a good future for our kids. If you want to get in a fight, you want to be in a fight when you're tough. And our economy is healthy. It's bring it on, China. Now's the time for us to be serious about taking this on. I mean, how many times do we have to pass things on to our kids to solve for us? Let's solve this now and not kick the can down the road for the next 20 or 30 years.
Right, so I understand the people that want to go after China. In fact, we're right in the middle of that trade negotiation right now. Some say, though, that putting tariffs in place on our so-called allies is not the way to do it. Canada and other countries.
Well, you know, they are allies, and we really appreciate that they're allies, but when it comes to steel, they're not always good citizens. You know, they're bad actors. We have South Korea, for example, basically has 40 to 50% of the imports in the U.S., and they actually don't even have a domestic market. They have world-class steel facilities that were built by their country, right? And we also have people with the we've heard the whack-a-mole scenario, right?
Yeah.
If you don't put it everywhere, how can you bring the problem back to the source, which was largely with China? You think about it, the excess capacity at China is 2 times the production capacity in the United States and Japan.
Final point, we're going to wrap it up here. If you're so optimistic about the economy, how much are you adding to capacity? How aggressive are you next year?
Well, we added capacity at Granite City for sure.
Yep.
What we're focused on revitalizing our assets, because we can run these assets better when we spend money on them. So we got $2 billion in our revitalization program, which will get us 15 to 20% return through the end of 2020. We're also looking at new technology for some of those assets that aren't world-class standards yet, so we can actually do better for safety and quality and delivery and cost. So when we focus on those things, when we focus on our people, we get the results for our customers and our stockholders.
Well, thanks for talking so much about what is a very important issue to a lot of people all around the country, and later we're going to show people how the steel is made, so to speak. We've learned a lot today. Thank you, David.
Well, thank you so much for having us.
All right, David Burritt from U.S. Steel.